but I wanted to give you kind of a sneak peek of what we'll be looking at and learning in 2023. I'm going to start off with mathematics. In mathematics, we're going to be talking about fractions, but we're going to be doing it a little differently by exploring some artwork. On the left, you'll see an, a piece of artwork by Richard Evans Schwartz, who actually has used factors and multiples to create representations of numbers. And in this case, the number 56. And maybe if you look really, really closely, you can see three groups of two and that group of seven in that illustration. On the right side, you'll see a piece by Piet Mondrian. And again, it was a piece of artwork that is mathematical in nature, and in this case has to deal with fractions. Now, we're going to be using art as a catalyst throughout the second and third quarter. In language arts, we're going to be talking about the art of the metaphor. And we're going to start that by looking at some famous artwork. On the left, you'll see a piece by Thomas Cole called which was part of a collection called The Rise and Fall of Empires. In our case, we're going to be talking about the Roman Empire. And on the right, you'll see another collection by Claude Monet. And we're going to be using this to talk about how artists paint with and use imagery and light. And as writers and poets, they too paint, but a little bit differently using this thing we call the metaphor. It's going to be really exciting, and I know you're going to enjoy it. We're going to be looking at a lot of really cool and poets. We're going to be looking at poets such as Carl Sandsburg, Theodore Geisel, Langston Hughes, Rudyard Kipling, and Maya Angelou, and so many others. And then we're also going to be looking at some more modern um, uh, poets, such as Kwame Alexander. And yes, you might even hear me riff a little bit of Lin Manuel Miranda, probably one of the greatest modern day poets. So, as I was saying, we're going to talk about we're going to go back to ancient civilizations. We're going to be looking at both the Roman Empire and ancient India this quarter. And so I'm really excited about that. After we talk about metaphor, and poetry, we're going to go into a unit on media literacy. And one of the things we're going to be exploring is this idea: is art media? And again, we're gonna look at some famous pieces of artwork, such as Andy Warhol and one of my favorites, Norman Rockwell. We're also going to look at is art propaganda, and these are actually two of the portraits that we're going to be looking at as we start talking about what is media, what is the importance of media, how is media created. So I just wanted to give you a brief sneak peek of some of what we will be doing when you get back in 2023.